It's not normal. So I don't know who the first person to come up with a lot of these weird sexual things was, but why? Like I don't know. Like, you have to stop and take a step back. Just stop and think. Like, you're sitting here right now, just clear your mind and stop and think, wait a minute, why is that one of my sexual preferences or one of my sexual fantasies? Like, why do I want to do that? I've seen online, you see memes and just jokes about people, oh, my girlfriend doesn't want to do that, or she's not going to let me this or whatever, or she let me do that and it was amazing, blah, blah. Like, why? Where did it come from? Like, why do you have that taste? And the reason, I'll tell you why you have those tastes, is because you've watched porn. And porn has told you, it's formed your brain and told you that you're supposed to like that sort of thing. That you're supposed to want those type of sexual practices. And I'm trying to be vague here. Like, I kind of want to make a video that just straight up where I tell it like it is. I'm not really afraid like that YouTube's gonna delete the video. They probably would, I guess, so there's no point in making a video like that. But I'm more just like, I don't know if I want to be associated with that sort of talk. Like, so you have to use this, oh, your sexual preferences are not healthy or they're not normal. But that's what this has come to. Is I see these comments online of people saying like, oh my gosh. Again, like, it's really hard to talk about this when I can't say what I want to say. But again, I don't want to be associated with like, just, I don't know, straight up saying it like it is. It's painful, but you know what I'm talking about. There are just sexual practices out there that when you really stop, like, it's become normal. You get desensitized to this stuff. You're like, oh yeah, it's normal, and that would be actually kind of fun, and that would be my preference. But why? Like, really, it's not. You stop and think about it, like, no, that's actually not normal at all. Like, that's actually pretty weird. Why in the world do I want to do that? Why in the world would anybody want to do that? You just got, like, when you stop and think about it, I feel like you have to admit, like, yeah, you know what? That's pretty gross, actually. That's not what the intention is. Whether you're I guess, approaching it from a Christian standpoint, you're like, that's not how God intended it. That's not how He created humans to work sexually. Or evolutionarily, if you're like, oh, evolution, like, we have come to be the beings that we are through a series of billions and billions of years of genetic transitions, and we're now humans. We evolved from animal, whatever, like from monkeys. It's still weird. Like, it's still, like, that's not, I don't know, evolutionarily, you're like, that's not how things have come to be. Like, that's not what is normal. That's not I guess if you're talking about evolution, if you don't believe in God, if you're not a Christian, then I don't know, what evolution would want. I don't know how to say that exactly, but anyway, it's not normal. That's not how it's supposed to work. And I don't know. I really hope that if you just stop and think about that, like, yeah, like, there are some really weird things out there, and it's probably not healthy to think that it's normal. Probably not healthy to think that, like, I want to do that. And I hope you're a little bit ashamed, and you never, like, if you're a man, that you'd never stoop so low as to asking a woman to do that. And when and if you have, and she reacts negatively and goes, no, then you can understand why. Like, you don't think that's weird, like, oh, she's such a prude because she doesn't want to do. No, that's not normal. Like, just be like, if you actually have those tastes, like I said, it's porn. I know that it's porn that has developed those tastes, and it's your brain that's been reshaped, and it's not your fault, I guess, that you're thinking that necessarily. But man, like, you really got to work on that. I'm talking, like, you may need to go to therapy to try to reshape those thoughts. Like, you need, I should be a red flag. I know it's not. Like, it's become so normal to watch porn, so it becomes so normal to want to do the things they do in porn. It's become so perverted, like, from the way that sex was intended to be. And again, I'm approaching it from a Christian standpoint, so I just don't understand how it's come. It's like slow changes. The evolution of sexual tastes in porn, really. I mean, it's evolved because in porn, they're trying to get your attention, trying to do something, trying to do, like, push the limits a little bit. Because if they keep doing the same thing that's been done in porn for years and years and years now, then they're not going to get the views. They're trying to get your views, so they're like, oh, we can push the limit, we can do a little bit different, we can do something and try this. And then they do something a little bit weird, and people who are watching porn get desensitized to the same thing they're seeing over time, so they want to watch the next thing that's weird, and before you know it, like, that's the preference, and it's just going to keep changing. And I mean, I guess that's the way the world is headed. There's probably nothing I can do about it. Like, I'd love to change the world and kind of point out to everybody, hey, look, everyone, your sexual preferences are pretty weird. And then be like, oh yeah, you're right. You know what? I should stop. I should stop thinking that way. But I know it's not going to happen like that. I just hope that it resonates with a couple of people. Just I'm sending this out to my kids, and I hope that you never even go down that road. My plan is to educate you guys while you're young on the dangers of porn, and basically this, like, that it's just going to pervert your mind. And hopefully you just never get into it in the first place. But if you have, and if you're starting to go down that road, like, stop and think about it for a second. Stop and think, why am I watching this? Like, why is this something that is even in my head in the first place? And reevaluate what's going on. I mean, hopefully you're in a healthy place where you can actually think about that. Because if it's one of those things that you're like in the middle of a porn binge watching session, like, and you try to stop and think about, look, oh, this is weird. It's not going to happen. Like, your brain is already like on a fast track to downhill. So hopefully you're in a good spot and you're watching this and you're just, sitting there where you can stop and think like, yeah, wait a minute, what am I doing? What's going on here? And anyway, something to think about. It's weird. This is awkward. Whatever. But it's probably something that'll be helpful to somebody. So stop and think about what's going on in your head, your tastes, and why you've developed those sorts of tastes. Reevaluate things. Maybe that's helpful today. Maybe it's just really weird. Whatever. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you Monday.